Okay, my friend Mike right here just got a brand new Hammer 7, and one of the things we noticed on the reviews was the hopper feed neck. You cannot get to the screw. You think you can come in from the top, you can't. You have to come in from the side. Even with a small screwdriver,
and it's
there's
impossible.
no point. If you're willing to do a little bit of drilling and a little bit of backyard ingenuity, and there is your problem. You can't get down vertically through that screw down to your Phillips head to screw it onto the gun. But there's a way to fix that. Unfortunately, I actually started it halfway before we decided to make this video. This is my first YouTube video, I would have to say. So you see that hole that I have right by that screw? That was a hole that I started so I could make a bigger hole to actually physically Dremel that out. So you're going to be trying to Dremel through, excuse me for a minute, you're going to try to Dremel straight through. You can see the end result there, but you got to break through this ridge, right? You've got a lot of meat right here in your clamp. You've got basically a band of plastic around the outside, and so you're not going to have a stress point there. If I were to drill a hole in one of these cracks right here, that would cause maybe some damage later from fatigue. But this little ridge right here, it's inactive. It doesn't do anything anyways. And so the purpose of this is to use this edge, which is your flat side, right? Hopper up. Here's the bottom. You want to use this bolt. This bolt, when they formed this, because it obviously wasn't drilled, it's plastic, that's your straight edge. So that's going to be straight down for the screw that you're going to put in later. And so you're going to want to come from the bottom and go up with a small drill bit just to start it off. So when you go to a bigger drill bit, or if you're a master, you can use a Dremel, and you're just going to try to bore that out. And so you can get down from the top with a small screwdriver doing so. Now if you really want to get crafty, you would just use that same hole maybe, or even come through the top, and you'll bore this surface out with an even bigger drill bit. There's a lot of meat here, like I was saying earlier, so that shouldn't be a big deal. And so plenty of meat. Your band is going to be weak, but it's not. You know, it's a band. It holds the tension uniformly throughout the circumference. And then you've got these little cracks. Those aren't going to do anything if you drill a hole right here. And besides, when you put pressure on this, the pressure is going to be on the outside, not the inside. So backyard ingenuity. Somebody got paid well beyond me, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to build this piece of shit. But in the backcountry of Concord, California, we can fix it. On the previous shots, we showed close-ups of what we were trying to accomplish. So basically, we're trying to make the channel through the screw hole where the screw is going to inevitably end up to be screwed into the gun. And so you've seen that I have come through the back side here. I've drilled the pilot hole, and then I need to open it up and drill a bigger hole, and I'll end up wallowing this all out so I can actually come through the top in the end. This is a 3/16 drill bit, and we're going to actually go through the top where the band is, and we're going to bore this out so we can get a small screwdriver in. Now, this is a P2 bit, and this is a P3, so it's smaller, but it's still going to work for taking it on and off the gun. And that's what we're going for. We're going for, instead of coming at an angle, dealing with all the bullshit, we can just come straight through the top with a small field screwdriver, and in the end it'll take this headache of changing out the Hammer 7's hopper attachment from dropping 2 screws in to waiting 5 minutes and trying to fucking work the thing in and stripping the threads out in the gun itself. That would be bad. And then that's where you break. Okay, long story short, already drilled the bore hole here just to straighten out for these larger drill bits to come. I've actually gone through with this one as well. In the end, we'll be drilling the 3/16 through the top. So what is this guy? This is probably a 1/8 inch drill bit. This one's probably 3/60, whatever that one is. Very small. And so this one, we're going to come back through the bottom. This is where the gun's going to be. This is where the hopper comes in. We're still going to try to maintain this plane and wallow out this flat surface here. And so, as we discussed earlier, this isn't going to affect the operation. It's not going to make it weaker in my mind's eye. And so, you just come through here and you start wallowing it out. It's soft plastic. Try not to wallow this out, obviously. And so, you see me bracing it with my hand. And so you're just wallowing it out. If my brother didn't have my Dremel, I'd be using a Dremel bit, but I'm at my friend's Mike's house, and I had this epiphany, and we're setting up this video for it. Okay. Less is more. That may do it. Okay, so you get the point. You know, that was with the drill bit. You should be using a Dremel in my mind. It's not pretty, but it works. Obviously, if you want to spend a little bit more time on it, then it's going to end up looking a lot better. But, you know, function over form, that's going to go right there. And so you're basically just trying to relieve this so you can get a screwdriver into the screw. You don't need to wallow it out super round and beautiful. Now, you know, that was the beginning of the project, but then it deemed on me that I should even go bigger. This is the 3/16 drill bit. Again, I recommend that you'd start with something smaller and then work with a Dremel bit after that, but here we go. So these teeth are going to bite when they go in, so I just get those down into the plastic and then just start going for it. And now that I'm doing it, I'm seeing that it's actually doing a lot better at wallowing this bottom shelf hole that we made. It's actually doing a lot better job coming from the top, so you could even maybe do that. I still recommend drilling the small pilot hole, but we're just basically trying to open up this surface right here. As I said earlier, this is a band, and this is pretty much the bracket of the band. All the stress is on this outside edge. Anything you do to this inside edge, it's not going to matter. And so just get this big enough to get your P3 in there, just so you can sneak it right behind. Boom.
Oh, there it is.
It's in. So it's still at an angle. Doesn't matter. You know, it's going to slide right in. Obviously, this, when you take your hopper off, just make sure you loosen this up. This is an Allen screw, but loosen that up the best you can. It'll help things spread out. Then you just come straight in with your screwdriver. Done. Now we'll show it. Oh, so there it is. Spyder Hammer 7. You saw the easy installation of the hopper, and then you can run no magazine, hopper straight on that pig. Imagine a die rotor on this. Never miss. Okay, so there it is. Get your Hammer 7. Showed you how to Dremel all this stuff out. Drill the holes, easy access, just straight in. Actually, after the end result, the front one is harder to get to than the back one. And so you can either choose to run this thing with the magazine. You could even leave this on and run your magazine. Bam, there you go. Or you just throw on your hopper. Done. Tighten this up, obviously, and you're good to go. It's a large hopper for a pump, but imagine 180 balls in a pump. You can either run with the magazine or without. It's a nice trim look. Tuck your arm up under. We all know how much more accurate paintballs are as pumps. So all you old school and new school pumpers out there, that's how you backyard mod the Hammer 7.
thank you for watching our video. Our next one is going to be a battle-tested camera over at Livermore Paintball. We're doing it this weekend on Saturday. Hopefully the video will be up within a week after that. Thanks for watching.